Hey guys, how you doing? It's Michael Kiers here. Today we're going to be talking about whether or not do you know your ideal customer for your software business? Do you know who that ideal client is? This is one of the biggest hurdles I see when I'm working with my clients. Because what I help them do is really identify and nail down specifically who their ideal candidate is. And because it's counterintuitive and it doesn't make sense, they often feel like they are excluding potential customers. And I try to tell them that less is more. And once they see the results, then they finally understand why. So what we're talking about here is really identifying your target niche. And if you're watching this on YouTube or on my website, if you look below, I'll provide some templates to help you do this. But ultimately what you want to do is you want to create a customer profile. How you doing, MJD? What you want to do is you want to create a customer profile. Okay? And you want to intimately know who your ideal customer is. I'm talking about you want to know where they like to hang out, what type of movies they like to watch, what types of books they like to read, what they like to do in their spare time, you know, where they frequent, what type of credit card they use. I mean, you really want to know them. I mean, I like to use this example. Remember when you really liked someone, or you really seen someone in high school, you wanted to take the time to get to know them. You wanted to really understand them because you were interested in them. And being in business, that's the same thing you need to do with your customer. So before we get into that, I just want to tell you guys a little bit about me if you don't know who I am. My name is Michael Kiers. I'm a digital marketing consultant, and I specifically work with software and IT companies to help them get more clients through inbound and digital marketing. Tell you a little bit about my story. I'm an IT project manager at heart. I'm the VP of IT for the Project Management Institute, the Delaware Valley chapter, and I love IT. I love software deployments, rollouts. I'm just everything project management and IT. Started out doing some consulting for project management. Realized that a lot of the companies that I was working with, they liked my skill set, they liked what I could do for them, but their real pain points, their real problems were that they needed business development. They needed someone to go out and get business for them. So I had a lot of sales background, outdoor, indoor, cold calling, B2B, warm leads, lead generation, online marketing. So I just pivoted and decided to offer this service to that same niche, and it's been pretty fun. So, you know, what we're going to talk about is really identifying who your target market is, and really identifying and understanding who your ideal customer is. And once you're able to do that, the sky's the limit. You'll definitely start to see your business flourish, because it's the foundation, it's the groundwork, it's the soil to help support your business to grow. So you know, knowing who your ideal customer is really determines, or should determine, you know, everything from the features, the functionality of the product and the service that you build, to the words that you use, how you communicate, the messages in your copy, everything from your website. You invoke and you tap that into your marketing. So that's why it's important to understand who your ideal customer is. You need to understand, you know, their common language, how they think, what lingo they use, how they see things. You need to really understand that, because that's really the basis for everything that your business does. So, you know, it's like I said, it's counterintuitive. Even though you're excluding individuals and you're really gearing down specifically to who your ideal customer is, it actually helps you more, because when you begin to communicate and when you begin to advertise and when you begin to market, you get that ideal candidate to stand up and raise their hand and say, oh, wow, that's me. It sounds like they are, you know, reading a page out of my diary. And that's what you want to do. So you actually get to choose your customers, you know, it's empowering. You get to choose who you want to do business with. So creating an ideal, what I call an ideal customer profile, a customer avatar, it's not limiting, it's empowering. Okay? And in fact, if you don't choose who you want to do business with, or you don't choose and identify who your ideal client is, you won't recognize them when they come across your table. And then, you know, your customers are going to wind up choosing you, and they may very well be less than ideal. So you want to definitely, you know, create that profile and really understand Who is the best client for my IT services and softwares? So, you want to ask yourself questions like, who do you want to respond to your marketing efforts? Who is your ideal customer? Where are your current customers? Where do they like to hang out? Who is your best customer? These are the questions that you need to be asking yourself. And, an easy way to do this is, and what I do with my clients is, you want to take a look at your current customer base. This is some great research. You want to, begin to ask yourself these questions as you investigate, and even reach out to your customers. Send them short surveys. That's a great way to really build that relationship, that equity with them. And just ask them, some of these questions. Why did you guys decide to go with us? Why did you choose us over our competitors? What do we do that's great? What are some things that we can do differently? For example, you may find out that, most of your customers are CTOs for Fortune 500 companies in a particular industry, or that your best clients are really looking for security within the cloud services. These are things that you want to determine and identify and find those commonalities. A great example is you want to identify that pink elephant that lives in the 5th largest city that drives a Cadillac DeVille. Once you know that that's a pink elephant that drives a Cadillac DeVille that lives in a specific metro area, you may realize that that elephant is more concerned with paints that don't damage an old classic car, versus you've been marketing to someone who is a brown elephant that drives a Hummer. Once you realize that the majority of your customers are pink elephants that drive old Cadillac cars, you can really pivot your messages and really begin to message to them, and it's powerful. It's powerful. So, if you're a new startup and you don't have a backlog to investigate, you can do some market analysis. You can check your trade associations. You can look at your competitors to really get an idea of who your market is. And again, the idea is to really identify who is likely to be the hungriest, the most eager, the most receptive, and readily available and reachable, with their budget, and that they'll enjoy doing business with you. Okay? So, again, if you are having trouble doing this, I provided some links below. You should see a template to create what we call a customer avatar, and also the 10 marketing questions. These are powerful. Any opportunity that you get, you want to, list these questions, develop a portfolio, an Excel file, a Google Drive, a SharePoint drive, wherever you can keep this document, and you want to constantly be adding information to it to help build who your ideal client is. And if you fail to identify your current or your ideal candidate for your IT business, you'll be conforming to what the majority of average software IT companies are out here doing. Okay? You'll be prohibited from rising above average revenue for your company, and you'll be vulnerable to commoditization, competition, income disruption by recessions, and other adverse circumstances. So again, it's not limiting, it's empowering. Narrow down, get zeroed in, focused on who your ideal candidate is, what market they reside in, and how you can really penetrate that market and grow revenue, set yourself apart. And again, it is the foundation of how you can grow a successful software and IT company. If you want to learn more about this subject and how you can leverage this information for your marketing needs, business development, getting more clients, check the links below. Shoot me a holler, leave a comment. If you're replaying this on Scope, send me some hearts, retweet it, share it with someone else who may benefit from it. If you want to get some more great information and you don't see the links there, visit me on my website at michaelkiers.com. You can shoot me an email at michael@michaelkiers.com. If you're watching this anywhere other than my website, definitely make sure that you go check it out. I have some great information there on some other videos and some blogs. Again, Michael Kiers signing out, and niche, identify. Thanks.